Hi everyone, welcome to the Diecast collection Videoarts channel. I will show you the 2014 Nissan NV van by Matchbox. The Nissan NV van is one of the more realistic models released by Matchbox. This is, I think, one of the modern Nissan cars because it has the appearance of a modern Nissan SUV. Let me show you. Here is the front of the NV van. The front has mostly plastic parts, and that is part of the plastic base. The details of the NV van in the front is similar to a modern Nissan car. Are the bars on the grille, and these are supposed to be painted in silver. At the center of the bars is the Nissan logo. Under the Nissan logo and the bars are mesh patterns, and that is for the grille. It has textures. At the bumper are some slots, and these are most likely for the air intake. Looking further at the bumper, just on top of it, on the sides, I think these are for the signal lights. At the metal body, just beside the grille, are some lines that will form a square on each side, and those are for the lights. The side view mirrors have a raised pattern. I'm thinking that these ridges are for design or maybe an extra signal light. The back of the NV van has more details in the metal body. The metal body has lines for the door, for the opening. These slots are maybe for design, but these cubes on each side are for the brake lights, signal lights, and the reverse lights. They're not painted, so I can't tell which is which, but these are certainly for those lights. This rectangle shape is for the license plate holder. I'm not sure what these little knobs are for at the edges of the doors, but they appear to be hinges or something. At the window, there's an additional detail. Here, you can see that there's a line at the center that will run continuously for the door to show that the window follows the door when it's going to be opened. I'm thinking this is for the door handle. At the base, which is the bumper part under, it has a connector for hitch and tow combination. The top of the NV van does not have any paint, but it has some details such as the raised forms. If you touch them, it has a texture. There's a little cube at the center near the back, and I'm thinking this is an antenna. At the front hood, there are some designs, and I'm thinking they're not engine vents, but they're most likely for appearance. And here's another look of the windshield wipers. The paint decorations are on the sides, and here are the paint decorations on the driver's side. On the left side, there is an Ultra MBX shuttle, or in short, Ultra Matchbox shuttle, that is a representation of a fictional company in the Matchbox Originals world. and it's an airport ride. Being this an airport ride, it is a shuttle for short distances coming to an airport terminal to the airplane, something like that. And this might also stand for a taxi. It says need a ride, no reservations required, which is pretty cool. It looks realistic and at the same time fictional. I'm not really sure what serving LAX means. It's maybe some sort of a segment of the transport company this van is representing. There are some clouds surrounding the back fender, more clouds at the front fender, and some more, and that is part of the serving lax. There's an airplane, which is coming out of this paint stripe that is also serving as a runway, and it will fly away at this back, just on top of the back fender. At the other side, it shows the same paint design. There are some casting detail differences, such as on this side, there is the rail for the door. The door can be opened towards you, and the door can be pulled back. So on top, so you can imagine, door will pop out and then slide back. This is not shown on the other side. There's no rail on this side, and it shows that the door is just for design, and I'm not really sure if it opens or not. Because there's no rail in this part, it has been replaced by a gas door. I thought at first that the window is a casting error, because if you look at it, it goes smaller towards the back. It tapers. This one is larger, and then the back part going to the edge is a little bit smaller on the passenger or the van part. When I checked the photos online of the real 2014 NV van, it's the same. The back window, the long one, is really tapering towards the edge. And Matchbox got that. Coming back at this door, it does not really open because one, I pointed out that there is no rail, unlike the other side, and there is no door handle. Looking at the other side, this one has a door handle. It can be opened whenever it is needed. The bottom shows some copyright information and some of the details on the chassis. This is one of the Matchbox models that do not have an interior. Let me show you. At first, you can see that there might be one because it has a window, but let me light that up. There is none. It's blank. What is that at the back? That is most likely a connector from the base to the metal body. Looking at the middle window, nothing. And what about the front? There's nothing. There's no additional detail at the interior of this model. I don't know why there's no interior in this model, but Matchbox and Hot Wheels do that kind of thing from time to time, and now we have a good example of such model. Maybe they omitted the interior because it has the working hook at the back to allow certain Matchbox models like this one, which will have its own video art, to connect with this model. Now let's see if it works. It does work. Let's roll them together, and they roll smoothly and they look good. There's a little casting inconsistency when comparing this NV van done by Matchbox and comparing it with an actual NV van photo on the web. the wheels appear to be too large for this van. In the web, if you look at the real NV vans, the wheels look smaller and the wheel wells as well. This ends my video art on the 2014 Nissan NV van by Matchbox. Thanks for watching, enjoy your collection, and see you with the next model.